Hi everyone, I've come out to the tomato greenhouse just to pick anything that was ready. Got these few. The tomatoes are definitely slowing down now, but the marigolds are looking lovely. They've been doing fantastically well in there. They attract the pollinators and repel some of the pests as well, so they've been doing well. Now, as you can see, a lot of the tomatoes are completely finished where I've picked them as they've ripened. Just have a few left in here. Now those are baby plums. They're beginning to ripen. There's a few more here. And up the top, we've just got a few more there. There are still a few to come. But on the whole, you can definitely tell it's coming towards the end of the season. Got some green ones there. And then on the end of here, we just got one tiny baby green one. A few more there. Now, I've been picking the leaves off as they've died back. That's why they look a bit sparse in there. But on the whole, they've done really well. Now, across the other side of the garden, I've got some self-sown tomatoes and they're just coming into their own. Now, these tomatoes I've just self-seeded, and it's a really gravelly area by the fence. So these have just grown from tomatoes that I had here last year, because I had the greenhouse across here last year before I moved it. And as you can see, they're looking very healthy. Lovely green leaves and a lot of tomatoes coming. Got some that begin to ripen. So what I'm going to do is just take some of these leaves back because I've just let them run wild basically. Just a little bit more airflow. And because we're coming through September now, they need a little more of the sun to get through and to ripen the fruits, but there are a lot more flowers and a lot more tomatoes coming. I've just cut those back a little bit. They've still got plenty of leaf. Got some more flowers coming, and obviously the tomatoes ready to ripen off. But by just taking a few of the leaves off, it's just giving them a little bit more airflow. Mind you, it's really windy today, so plenty of air flowing through at the moment. But I'll just leave those to carry on. Now what I want to do is save some seeds from a yellow cherry tomato. Now my sister gave me some seeds of these years ago, and I haven't got any fancy name for them, but they are small, but they are really sweet and lovely tomatoes. So what I've done each year is just save some tomatoes to keep the variety going. So I'm going to select this one, just cut it open. And I've just got a piece of kitchen roll here. And all I'm doing is just taking some of the seeds out of that tomato. Now what you can do is just spread them out and leave them on the kitchen towel. But we do have all this kind of jelly between the seeds. So what you can do is just put them into some lukewarm water. Which is not easy now, I spread them all around. But just to show you. and that would just take some of that jelly off. And then you can just scoop the seeds back out. It's easy to just put them through a little sieve. I'll leave those for now. Because all the way I do it, the only way I do it is just to spread them on the kitchen towel, leave them to dry on the windowsill. Now they can stick to the tissue, but that doesn't really matter, because once they're dry, even if you want to just cut a little section of tissue with the seeds on top, they will sprout down through the tissue when you're ready to plant them. Obviously, if you do this in the spring when you want to plant, then you can just plant them direct. But because we're in September and I want to keep them until next year, I'll just let these dry out and then just use them as any other seed, and that will just keep the variety going. So I should just leave those on the windowsill to dry out, then wrap them in some fresh tissue and keep them over to next year. But remember to label them. If you keep any varieties of seeds, make sure that you write down what they are, because as I know, it is easy to forget which is which. So I say bye for now, and I'll see you next time.